Hey Fundraiser, I'm Mary Petersen, and this is Hey Fundraiser, the podcast for development professionals who are done guessing and ready to build a major gift program that actually works. Every week, I bring you the tactics, the language, and the real-world strategy to close bigger gifts, deepen donor relationships, and lead with confidence. Whether you're a one-person shop or a seasoned major gift officer, if you're ready to stop hoping and start engineering, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Hey fundraiser. So most fundraisers think that summer is like a fundraising dead zone. Donors are on vacation, boards are quiet, the phone doesn't ring. And so they kind of coast. They're like, oh, I'll just catch up on all my admin and like hang out till fall. This is such a big mistake in your fundraising calendar. So today I am hoping to inspire and flip your assumptions about summer upside down. This is why summer is golden. Here's the secret nobody talks about. Donors are more accessible in the summer than any other time of year. Their schedules are looser too. Their kids are out of school, but not yet back to like the September scramble. Their work calendars have a lot more white space, just like ours do as fundraisers. Yes, they might go to the lake house. They're sitting on the porch, but they have time to take your call. So in the fall, every nonprofit in your community is fighting for the same hour of attention. So in the summer, be that one where it's just you. The donor who would never have given you a meeting in October will say yes to a 30-minute coffee in July. Please use that. I always did. Okay, so let's talk about your summer cultivation playbook. And here's how I want you to think about your summer. So from today through Labor Day, your job is not necessarily to ask, your job is to deepen. Every conversation, every touch point, every interaction is really laying the groundwork for the year-end push that you should start in September. Okay, so the math is simple. If you have 15 quality cultivation conversations throughout, July, June, and August, you're going to have 15 warm asks ready to make in October. And my hope, fundraiser, is that you close 5 to 8 of them by year end. Like that's the difference between hitting your number and missing your number. Okay, so fundraiser, before I give you 5 super fun, specific summer outreach ideas, I do want to stretch your thinking a little bit. Now, if you've listened to my podcast in the past, you know that I'm a big fan of like ask once and thank for 364 days, which means you're planning out the year with your donor and you have one solicitation meeting where you ask them for their time, treasure, and talent. And then you just work the plan and thank them. Mainly in the strategy there is just not to over solicit, like asking for a gift every quarter because, the golf tournament's coming up and then it's time for the gala. And then it's year end and it's just exhausting for you and for the donor. So that's why I like the ask once. But this is a beautiful time to say to many of your donors, hey, let's plan out what the rest of the year looks like. We can talk about it now and then it's just done for the rest of the year. I mean, they will love that. So keep that in your back pocket. It's a very fun meeting. Okay. Idea 1 is the summer no agenda lunch. I want you to pick 5 prospects or donors. I want you to email them and say, hey, I'm trying to get out of the office and into real conversations this summer. Do you have an hour for lunch in June or July? It's my treat. There's no agenda. I just want to hear how you're doing and give you a quick update on our organization. Like so easy. It signals respect. There's no pressure, and it's got this like beautiful human element to it. The second idea is the site visit by golf cart. So if your mission has a physical location, summer is the perfect time for visits. You can be outside, there's this casual atmosphere, and you don't have to just do it one by one. I mean, bring 4 donors together. Like have a beneficiary sit down and share their story with your donors. Have the program director just give a quick walkthrough and then end with, sodas or cold drinks on the patio. This is a lovely cultivation strategy that your donors are actually going to remember and enjoy, and it's going to set you apart. Okay, idea 3, the summer reading recommendation. Send a short personal email to your top 10, 15 donors with a book recommendation that connects to your mission. Like, hey, I just read this. I thought of you. I'd love to hear what you think. And that's it. Like, no ask, no agenda. And you're going to be amazed at how many emails you actually get back. Like, whether they read the book or not, that's okay. They're going to start to engage. And that's really the whole gist. Okay, creative idea number 4 is the midsummer mission story. So around mid-July, I want you to send a short personalized email to your top 10 donors with a story from the field. It should be 1 paragraph and 1 photo. That's it. And all you do is end it with, I just wanted you to see what your support is doing. Like, there's no ask. It's just pure, lovely stewardship. Idea 5 is the pre-fall coffee. So by August, I want you to schedule one-on-ones with your 3 most likely fall solicitations and frame it as a check-in, not necessarily an ask. You could say something like, I want to share where we're headed this fall and get your read on a couple things, like before school's back in and things get busy. So use that meeting to plant the seed or ask permission to ask for a gift in October. Okay, and then I want to leave you with 2 other ideas that I've done in the past that were just really kind of fun and successful. One is I would just call donor and say, hey, I want to come bring some lemonade and sit on your front porch and drink a glass of lemonade together. It's so fun. It's like 20 or 25 minutes. I would bring a pitcher of lemonade, a little cooler of ice, and 2 like super fun, crazy glasses like that have flamingos on them, or, just something you get from the dollar store. But people remember it, and people would always say yes. And then it like became a thing in the summer for me. People would be like, are we going to have our lemonade meeting? Yes, we are. The other thing that I did that I really just kind of loved was I would bring a picnic lunch to people's houses, the full Monty. Like, I would have the red checkered tablecloth. I would bring fun sandwiches. I would bring iced tea with glasses, like all the things. And it was just, it wasn't an expensive lunch, but it just felt really special. And it was very picnicky. When a lot of my donors, I was raising money in healthcare. So a lot of my donors were, had just had knee surgeries or elbow surgeries and things like that. So I couldn't take them out to a park and do a picnic, but we could do a picnic on their back patio, or we could do a picnic at their kitchen table. And it was just such a day maker. And nobody ever turned me down because they were like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay, so when a donor says no to your summer invitation, let's prepare for that, because some donors are going to say no, and they're going to be busy. They're going to be out of the country. They're going to be saving time for their family. I don't want you to take it personally, fundraiser. I don't want you to disappear. Here's what you do. You send a short, gracious reply and say, I completely understand. Thanks for letting me know. I'd love to find a time that works early in September, if that's better. Can I reach out after Labor Day and get something on the books? Of course, they're going to say yes. So that keeps the door open without making anybody feel guilty. And then put it on your calendar, fundraiser, so that you know that you need to reach out the day after Labor Day. So half the donors who couldn't meet in July are going to say yes to September, partly because you handled the no with grace. The donors who experience your patience in December, I promise, are going to remember it in November. Okay, so I want to also talk about keeping your board engaged. Here's one thing I really never hear other coaches talking about. Summer is also when you lose your board if you're not careful, right? Like, meetings pause, communications drop, the board members go quiet, and by September, you're trying to rebuild relationships that really could have been compounding over the summer. So here's what you do. Pick 3 of your most active board members, call each one in June just for like 10 minutes. Ask for advice on a specific donor, and maybe like give them a small assignment. Like, hey, can you call this person and say thank you? I think it would really mean a lot because you're on the board. It's instant street cred. And they're going to do it and have a lovely thank you conversation. Then send a 1-paragraph midsummer update in July. And then by the time the September meeting rolls around, your board, they're already warmed up. They're already kind of briefed, and they're just ready for what's next. So the board members who feel like insiders during the quiet months are the ones that actually show up when you need them the most. So let's talk about how all of this connects for Q4. The donors you cultivate in the summer become the asks you make in the fall. Or you can say in the summer, like, let's plan out the next 6 months. And then it's done and we're having lemonade and it's awesome. So the donors you ask in the fall become the gifts you close before the 31st of December. If your November and December are quiet, it's because your June and July were quiet. So the work you do this summer is the seed of your year-end harvest fundraiser. And one more thing, just the travel rule. If you know a donor is going to be traveling, ask them where. Ask them what they're doing. Many of your best donors will be in places that overlap with conferences, with maybe your family gathering, like who knows? Plus, it allows you to say, hey, how was your trip to Spain? Like just the little things that you remember. And if you can plan a trip that aligns with where they're going to be just by chance, and you could get FaceTime otherwise where you wouldn't, amazing. I have closed gifts on patios in Maine, Colorado, South Carolina, like just things that happen to line up. So I just started asking my donors where they were going. Okay, fundraiser, to bring it all together, your action this week is just pick 5 donors that you're going to cultivate this summer and pick the format. Is it going to be a lemonade meeting? Is it going to be a site visit with golf cart? Is it going to be a coffee? Like whatever it is, and send the email this week. Get the date on the calendar. That's it. So if you want help building a real summer plan with names and dates and step-by-step approach to like translating summer cultivation into fall closing, come into Major Gift Momentum. This is my group coaching program. It's a peer community and it's real-time strategy when you need it the most. And if you want to build your whole summer plan in one focused afternoon, that's exactly what my small table intensive is for. So it's a half-day workshop focused entirely on rebuilding or rebooting your major gift program with a clear like summer to Q4 runway. And so we'll walk through, build your plan. I'll put the link in the show notes. And then also, if you haven't heard, my new book, Small Table, Big Philanthropy, is totally out. So if you want the whole philosophy behind why a focused, intentional summer matters more than a frenzied fall, the book is in the link below. Okay, fundraiser, have a lovely week. Go get out of your office. Summer is where the relationships are. Fundraiser, thank you for being here. This work you do, it matters. You are the bridge between generosity and impact, and don't let anyone, including the hard weeks, convince you otherwise. If today's episode gave you something useful, please pass it along. One share, one text to a colleague, one review on Apple Podcasts. That's how this show reaches the people who need it most. Come find me at heyfundraiser.com, and I'll see you next Friday.